Hello YouTube, Luke here again. Next video for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just a quick deck profile and tournament report for today's tournament. So yeah, if you haven't watched me before, sometimes I don't play the full event. It's hard for me to get home sometimes because I live far away. I have to take a bus there. So I only played like another 2 rounds today, which is a bit of a shame because I won both of them. Was doing pretty well. Yeah, so today was only 2 rounds. In 2 weeks, though, I might be able to play the full one, which is like a winner box tournament, so that'd be all right. But anyway, I was playing, as you see on the title, Star Seraph Delteros, so I'll just get through with the deck profile now. I started off with 3 Deneb, of course, searching 3 Altair. I ran 2 Vega. There was 1 Sirius. Of course, ran the 3 Star Seraph Scepter. 3 Star Seraph Sovereignty, and I also ran 2 Honest as well. They were pretty good. Spell cards, 3 Reinforcement of the Army, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, Raigeki, and a Soul Charge. Traps, 3 Stellar Nova Alpha, 3 Call of the Haunted, 3 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mind Crush, 1 Solar Morning, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Torrential Tribute, and a Compulsory Evacuation Device. Extra deck, not complete, so I just had to make do with what I had. At the moment I had 1 Delteros, 1 Trevere, 1 Constellar Diamond, 2 Lavalval Chain, Castel the Skyblast Musketeer, Gargantua Cowboy, number 101, number 103, Photon Papilloperative, number 80, actually in Berserk, number 86, also ran Heroic Champion Excalibur, Abyss Dweller, and number 50. So I'm missing, I've got stuff coming eventually. So I've got a Exciton Knight, I've got another Delteros and an Evil Swarm Ouroboros coming as a different option for the 3 level 4 monsters. Yeah, side deck was pretty random, just waiting for other stuff to arrive as well. Had 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, I just put it in there for the hell of it. I've got 2 more coming. I'll probably put I'll probably run a couple in my Ritual Beast, and I've got like Shadows as well. I could put that in. So I've got 3 Danko Senka. I just didn't have, just waiting for cards to arrive and just didn't know what else to put in. I just put them in for the hell of it. I got 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Because I knew I'd have like I knew there'd be at least 1 or 2 Shadow players there, maybe a Burning Abyss. I've got 3 Maxi, because I and someone else that I know of do play Ritual Beast. I've got 2 Flying Sea as well. I thought, okay, I'll just put them in there. It's a thing. It could help me against certain decks. 2 Puppet Plant, expecting a lot of like Warrior and Spellcaster type decks, mostly like the Nekroz as well. That's Warrior and Spellcasters. Also got the Star Seraphs and other decks as well, and also the Shadows, Seraphs and whatnot. So it's actually, it was a pretty decent card anyway. And I got a 3rd Mind Crush in there. Just as something else, I did put that in the 3rd game against Nekroz in the 1st round. I start off with the tournament report now. So yeah, 1st round was against Nekroz. I won that one game 3 in time. Like 1st game, I won that one fairly comfortably. I was able to hold out against him, make him run out of resources. I used the Stellar Nova Alpha on the Herald of Arclight that went to the graveyard, so that kind of stopped the play. He did get a Trish on the field. I finished that as well, and he ran out. He had so I 101 the Trish, and he just had like basically like a Unicorn Clausolus on the board at one point, and I had like 4 monsters, and he decided, yeah, that was it, and decided to stop there because I still had like 4 or 5 cards in my hand at the time ready to do stuff, and yeah, all that. So he decided that was it for that. Second game, he swamped me first turn. I mean, He made me go first. He won the toss, so he made me go first in both games, both 1 and 2. Game 2, I did okay first thing, but then he just Trish, Unicorn, and base and one Manchu or Senchu on the field, something like that. It just destroyed my field and hit me for 6-4 first turn. I actually had a Star Seraph Sovereignty, and I top decked the Scepter. So I made sort of like a little comeback back play, but it really basically led to nothing. After that, I couldn't really do too much. I know collided, scoped to summon a Brionic to beat me in that game. Our third game was pretty long and intense, so I was managing to hold out. He did get a Trish off on me, which kind of sad is he got rid of my Delteros, which I summoned on my first turn. He was like, I had a Soul Charge in my hand, and I wanted to bring the Seraphs back because I had like a Sirius as well, because I had a whole bunch of stuff that was dumped, Satellarknight stuff. That was dumped later on in the game, which is a bit of a shame. But he managed to clear my board at one point with an Exciton Knight. He didn't attack me at all, which is a good thing because, like, he asked if I had the Honest. I did have an Honest in my hand. If he did attack me, he cleared my board a couple of times, I know. And eventually, the winning play for me was to put a Cowboy on the field and get the game like that. It was like really long hard. I managed to probably the best play I did in that third game was I mind crushed the Shuret. So that sort of slowed him down a little bit. I know he eventually, banished it. That's how he banished it for the Trish eventually. But I stopped them from at least using Shuret in his hand, which is a good play I did. But I just managed to hold out against him, and that's how I did it. Anyway, on to round 2. That was against Six Samurai, one of the players there. He's been around for a long time. He's just I don't know, he doesn't really care as much as he used to about this game. But he tried anyway. He tried his best to beat me. I mean, he put a beast, Naturia Beast, on the board first turn because he knew he thought I'd use a lot of spell and traps. Because he also had a Barkion at one point. I think that was in the second game. He had Barkion. But he did the same thing as well. He just ran out of resources. I was able to get the Star Seraph play off. First game, that's how I was able to win that one. Second game, I used a Torrential Tribute, and he actually he used Trap Stun, tried to stop me completely. I was able to use a Stellar Nova Alpha on that to get rid of the Barkion and my monster as well. Basically, I did another Star Seraph play, and that's basically how I won it, with Delteros just winning it for me. So I went 2-0, and I decided that was it for the day. I wanted to go home. Fortunately, it's kind of hard at times. Maybe because I live far away, and there's only like 1 or 2 buses that actually will go back home. It's like one's at like 1:38 in the afternoon. Next one's like 6:38. Just depends if I feel like staying there all day or not. I mean, there's only like 2 rounds left. It's maybe in the winter box I'll stay there hell tournament. I do have a friend who was not there today. He was out, so I couldn't stay in tournament and just stay here and just muck around for hours, and you can't do that on a Sunday. Australia, everything's closed really. That's unfortunately, but that's the way it is at times. But anyway, that's the Star Seraph tournament report for you, and until next time, thank you all for watching, and see you again soon.